See if it'll turn on. Okay. Looks like they did something, I don't know. I'm hoping it changes the stream name though. Okay, the name on YouTube is still the wrong one? Okay, I don't know why YouTube does that. Okay, what is the name? Work on UI containers. Okay, there we go. Alright, so let me go ahead and test the chat, see if it's working. Let me check my caster. Okay, well it's on. Let's test it out. Okay, yeah, looks like it's working. So we got both the chats working, YouTube is on. I tried to start a little earlier, but I could have started setting up at like maybe like 12:30, so I can be here on time. Yeah, it's my bad though. All right, I think I'm ready to go ahead and start. Let me just clean up this stuff real quick. Okay, I think I'm ready. All right, so welcome to the Game Engine stream. Today is the 24th of February. It's a Monday. Let's see what we got going. All right, so we'll go ahead and get into the updates. All right, so I'm trying to remember where I left off last time. I believe last stream I finished up working on the drop-down widget and got that done. And I think at the end of it, I was planning how I wanted to go about setting up the containers. So yeah, that's where I left off last time. Yeah, before this stream, I have done some off-stream coding. So I'll go ahead and kind of show you what I got done. I'm not going to get super deep into it. Again, if anyone's curious about like the previous commits, I'll have them. They're all available on my GitHub if you're watching the stream, so you can take a look if you feel like it. But yeah, I'll just give like a quick overview of like what I did. And yeah, today I'm just going to work on finishing up containers. You guys haven't even seen me start working on containers, so I'll go ahead and explain that. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to say right now before I get over to the progress board. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for me. So let's go ahead and get to the main scene. All right. So containers. Again, just to reiterate, last stream we finished working on the drop-down widget, so that's done. Wowie, right? So yeah, we're working on containers. Right now, basically I'm working on just getting the foundations set up. I already have it mostly done. I'm just kind of, I'd say I'm like maybe like 70%, 80% done with getting the foundation set up. And I'll explain more specifically what I mean like in a moment. But as far as like what containers are and like what I'm trying to like get working with this, maybe I'll add it in my description too. Add a generic container. Add a vertical container, and add a horizontal container. Horizontal container. Music is loud on my end too. Yeah, let's turn this down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so these are the three types of containers I'm trying to add. Let me go to my diagram just so I can show you what I mean. So in the different widgets that I've been trying to add, I've added like a text widget, a button widget, a combo widget. You've seen me add these, or in my case now it's called a drop-down widget. I think it's a better name for it. Image widget, image button widget, we've gotten all that done. Right now we're trying to get containers, which is basically, and let me see if I can kind of do this. Let's bring it back. How many times do I have to do this? probably a lot because it's in front of a lot of things. Let's see. Put it in front. And then, yeah, put it like that. There we go. Like that. Alright, so a container basically just contains other widgets, right? So it's kind of like a window, but it's treated as a widget, and you can kind of like recursively contain containers in containers, right? If that makes sense, right? And right now, basically, I've just been wrangling with my code to allow this to happen, right? And I believe at the end of last stream, I went on a whole like thing where I was discussing how I wanted to modify the current UI so that it allows this to work. Because I guess TLDR for this old structure is basically the way that I structured or I organized the UI is I had a single layer of windows, that's here, right? And then a single layer of like widgets, right? And then if you wanted to ever like identify a single widget, you would index the window and then index the widget, and then you would always get back a widget. But the fact that the structure does assume one window, one widget, you can't recursively contain like more widgets inside of a vertical container. So the solution to that was, wait, give me a second. Ooh. So the solution to that is basically, instead of storing a window and a widget index, you store a unique identifier for this particular widget, right? So this first identifier is the UI, right, that we're contained inside of. That's this one, right? And the second part is the actual unique identifier for this particular widget. And then what we do is we just maintain a map from that particular ID. It didn't end up being a UUID, it ended up being like a different number, but it serves the same purpose. It identifies that particular widget, and then it returns you back like directions to get to that widget, right? And then you might say to yourself, that seems a bit inefficient. I mean, the map hit is constant time, but doing a map hit for all these operations seems like a lot. But I'm optimizing for the, how do I say, for the main case, like the hot path, the every frame iteration. What happens in this UI is basically the rendering. That's the main hot path, right? And as long as the rendering is fast, as in we can go to this UI and go to this window and then iterate through these like this, iterate through these like this, and memory is kind of organized in a way that's conducive to that, then I'm happy. That means the hot path is fast, right? And then the secondary case is like identifying a particular widget uniquely, right? And I usually do that when I'm editing like a widget, so that's like in the editor, right? So I still want it to be fast, but it doesn't need to be like blazingly fast, right? So yeah, basically like a TLDR, I said TLDR, but I kept yapping. But yeah, we have unique identifiers for each widget and for each window too. I'm not showing it here, but I did change it to have unique identifiers for windows as well. Or I guess I'm showing it here. And this system I've already written in, so it's already done. And I've got it working where you can uniquely identify widgets. The only thing is currently right now, getting this part working where it's recursive inside of here, you can identify them, but there's still a lot of code inside of the UI system that still kind of assumes that we're using the index system, like the window index and then the flat button index or widget index. So I'm just kind of dealing with that code as I see it. Yeah, I think that pretty much explains what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to think of anything else I want to say about this. Yeah, I guess not. All right. Well, in that case, let's go ahead and we'll look at the commits really quick. But before we look at the commits, let me just go ahead and show you exactly where I'm at, like with the editor. And again, just to reiterate, all of that work or whatever that I just discussed, all that setup code is just so that I'm able to add containers. And I actually have already added the basic container widget. It is in there. So I'll go ahead and show you that right now. But it's not fully implemented. That's, yeah. So let's do the test UI. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Here's the window. We'll go ahead and add a container. I think I'm gonna organize this where I'll have like add a widget, like an edit button, and add a widget, and then like a container widget or something like that. I don't know. And then it'll like something like that. Because I'm gonna have various containers. But anyways, let's go ahead and click on the container. All right, and then it's very simple. The fields, all you can do is just modify the background color. So let's change it to like some random color, I don't know. All right, and then that's all it does. But the unique thing about it is you can go here, you can right click it, and then you can add another widget. So you can add a checkbox. And yeah, it doesn't display it, I believe, currently. Yeah, so this is where I'm at. Basically, I can add the container, but I'm still working on fixing up some of this internal code so that it works. Alright, so let's go ahead and close this out. Real quick, I think I'm gonna get some water, but before I do that, let me see. Let's go ahead and look at the commits. I'm not gonna go in depth, but I'm just going to like say what I did, I guess. Don't mind this, I made it fail on purpose because I wanted to start the stream. Okay, added a bunch of these changes earlier, finish. Okay, so this was the previous stream, and then here's where I started adding the containers. Here I added the ID system, so this is where I like that whole thing I just showed you where I switched from the original index system to the ID system. This is where I transferred that. Start adding container widget. Yeah, so here's where I started adding like the basic container widget. And this commit I added, I think, yeah, like 25 minutes ago. And this is just me like fixing a bunch of like issues, and I'm basically just in the middle of this right now, so. All right, I think that's it for the like, how do I say, recap on everything. So if anyone has any questions throughout the stream, just let me know. I'm just really trying to get this done. So hopefully I can get through this pretty fast. Yeah, all right, I think I'm gonna get some water real quick. I might get like a little snack too, so just give me like a few minutes. And then, yeah, I'll just BRB. Okay, I am back. Just give me a second, because I've been coding for like I think a few hours before I started the stream, and I forgot to eat. I think my blood sugar's falling, kind of. Or what is it called? Like I don't know the word, but kind of getting lightheaded, I guess. Ooh, okay, I got some juice, so I think that'll get me through. All right, let's go ahead and start. So where was I at? I think you guys saw when it failed just now, right? So let me go ahead and deal with that. Basically, the reason it failed, and this is a new function I just wrote. Basically, you provide it with like the widget ID, the IDs I was talking about when I was just explaining like the new system. So you provide it with an ID, right? And then ideally what it does, it just spits back the widget that you want, right? Currently, if you try and, or how do I say, the way it's structured for the location directions, right, is the first index is the window, the second index is the first widget, and then the third index is the second widget, if that makes sense, right? So if the size is greater than 1, that means it is a widget, like period, right? So this just filters out if like for some reason we passed like a window to like this function like that. You shouldn't do that. So and then currently I was assuming that the max size is 2, as in the structure is a window widget, and right now I'm trying to expand it so it can recursively grab like within the containers. So that's what I'm working on with this right now. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this assert, and we'll go ahead and get that working. And in the first case, we already have this working here, where if it is just a window widget, then it just gets the window and then just grabs the widget from here, right? Let me see. Oh, you know what? Let me take this out. I think I want to do this regardless, but I'm not going to necessarily return it. We're going to bring this back. And then I think what I'm going to do is here. Because we're going to need this widget. Where's the current widget anyways? Oh, no, okay, we don't save it. Okay. So we're going to go up here, and then we're going to say, maybe put it right here. Ref runtime UI widget. And then we'll say current widget. And we'll set this to I guess we'll set it to null pointer. Okay, and then basically we want to make sure that the widget index is within bounds. That's fair. The first widget index, and then after that, once we check that it's in bounds, we'll go ahead and associate it. So we'll grab it and say current widget is equal to this, right? You want to do that in all cases. Get the first widget. And you know what? Maybe I'll just do this here then. We'll do equals, that's fine. Okay, so we get the first widget, and then we say that if the size is equal to 2, as in this is the terminal widget, we're just going to return the current widget. Right, easy enough. And then we'll bring this down. Because again, we want to do this in all cases. We want to get it from the window. And now here's where we do the recursive stuff. So we're going to go ahead and handle that here. So we'll handle the case where there's more nesting. I probably could have made this whole structure easier if I didn't assume that the top level was a window, and then maybe I could just have all widgets. But I like the window abstraction. Makes it very easy to, like, I mean, at least for like the orthographically like screen space UI, I think it makes sense to have it in Windows. But maybe later down when I add the UI as like entity elements inside of the scene, yeah, I won't have that abstraction whatsoever. Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you have windows? I mean, I guess you can pose a reason, but I don't know. It makes sense. It makes more sense to have widgets, in my opinion. Okay, anyways, we're gonna need a recursive call here. So we do have the current widget. We're gonna be modifying this. Let's see, I'm trying to think of. Okay, no, I think I know. So we're gonna do a for loop. Size t, iteration. Iteration is less than, what is it? Location direction size. Direction size, iteration plus plus. And we're going to have to modify a few things about this. Okay, the first thing is that we're already under the assumption at this point that the location directions is greater than 2. Okay. So we don't have to worry about these first 2 cases. So that's good. Maybe I could put an assert here just to make sure. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I will. Assert is greater than 1 is a widget. If it is equal to 2, no, I guess it's fine. All right, so we're gonna have the window, and then the widget, and then a second widget. And this widget presumably is a container. So since it has a container, it has a container data. And this one is going to have widget, and this is going to be a container, so it has container data. So we can already sort of assume that we're dealing with container data in this case, right? So what we're gonna want to do is we can assume that this current widget is a container. So let's go ahead and get container data, I think, from widget, yeah. So this function, it just basically it just checks the current widget. Oh, is it a container? Give it back the container data, right? And I'm making it like this because I'm gonna have like vertical containers, horizontal containers, like grid containers, or whatever. So all of those need to present back like a basic container data. So we're going to do current widget. I think it's not get. At some point I'm going to deal with these share pointers I have because yeah, my memory footprint in this program is very silly. Okay, so we want container data pointer data. Okay. Let's go ahead and assert that this is a thing, because you never know. Okay, now that we're sure that data is valid, we can say data contained widget. Oh, we can do another assert here. Okay. So basically, we want to get the contained data at this iteration. I guess we can assume that we're starting at 2 at this point. So iteration 0, that's the window. Iteration 1 is the first widget. Yeah, how many times do you want to do this? We do it for the first widget, and if we start at 1 and say we have a size of 3, then we're going to run through this twice. Okay, I'm gonna maybe put a comment here. Gotta make sure I'm not messing up my indices. I do that sometimes. No, we want to start at 2. My bad. Yeah, because the first index will give you the Windows location. And the second index will give you the first widget's location, which we already have, because we already have the first widget. And then the second, this index, or the second widget, or the third index, that one will contain the location of the second widget, right? And then I'm just thinking now, will it run twice or once? If we run through this loop, this iteration is going to go up to 3, and at that point it's going to be less than the size, or it's going to be equal to the size, which means it will exit the for loop. So I think we're good. Okay, I was making sure that made sense in my head. All right, so now we're going to do another KG assert, and we're going to assert that data, or what is it? Location directions dots at iteration. Is less than, what is it? Less than this. As in, it's within bounds, is what I'm trying to say with this. What's wrong with this? Oh, that's nice. Ensure the widget directions fall within the bounds of the widget array or vector or whatever. And then put this up here. Get the container data for this widget. Yeah, and then if we access this and this isn't a container, this is definitely an assert, because why, right? It's a weird error state, which could happen. All right, and then what are we doing? basically we want to say that the current widget, we want to set it to this. Oh, wait, no. Well, you know what? Let's make this more explicit. We'll say size t current index is equal to, and then we're gonna grab this just to be clear. Just to be clear. There we go. So yeah, that's more clear. We're dealing with the current index. What's wrong with it? Oh, yeah. My bad. Sure, the widget directions fall within the bounds of the widget array. Okay, then here we can just say current index. Okay, so now it's set the current widget to this the indicated widget or whatever, and then what'll happen is we'll continue another iteration, and then in that iteration we're now going to be using like the one that we just set, and then like basically we're kind of quote unquote recursively running through these containers until we reach the widget we want to deal with. And the whole point of this is to get the widget, right? So presumably once this is done, we'll have the correct widget, and then we can just return current widget. And then I'll say set the current widget to indicated container widget. Maybe I'll do like a little show with like widget, window, widget, and then in this one, I don't know if that's clear or not, whatever. I'll just say this one. Yeah, I think that's fine. Return the nested widget. Okay, so that's fun. I think we're good there though. Alright, let's just try this function and see. Basically, I was going through and like reading through the code and changing them, but right now I'm just trying to run it and then seeing where it crashes, and then I'm just gonna go from there. And hopefully my asserts are intelligent enough to pick things up. Okay. So container. This is a container. Good. And then let's add a checkbox widget. Okay, and then you can see that it's incorrect, right? Like it's still using the window as the parent. So yeah, that's a problem. But hey, at least we can modify it. That's good. Okay, so the next thing is when we render this widget, we need to make sure that its location is relative to, how do I say? Its location is relative to this container, not the window. Actually, I'm not. Is it? I don't know. Let me take a look. Let me look at the rendering functions and see what's going on. So we're gonna go to the container. Container widget. Okay. We're gonna go to the on render and let's take a look. Yeah, now I'm thinking there's a lot of assumptions. So it wasn't rendering at all. That's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna do something. We're gonna say render the child functions or child widgets. So for I think it's M. We're inside of this class, so we do mContainerData dot mContainWidgets. Okay, we're gonna go loop these. Okay, so that means some of the assumptions that I have inside of, I think the viewport panel I need to change. I think that's why it was rendering that like a line thing in the wrong place. Let's see. All right, copy of a widget, it's fine. Pointer, widgets. Okay, and then I believe just do contained widget. On render. Let's see what we're passing into it. So window translation, window size, and then viewport width. So these assumptions are now wrong. It's not necessarily window blah blah blah, right? So I'm gonna change that naming. It's just whatever the parent is. In this case, we're gonna want widget translation, widget size, and then viewport width that just gets passed along. And I think it's as simple as that, to be honest. So let's try that. Yeah, I expect to be coding a lot more soon, so hopefully I can get a lot more rapid progress done with this stuff. Maybe we can get out of UI. Hopefully, I don't know. Let's see. Continue widget. Okay, and then let's make this. Yeah, the default sizes for this are kind of weird. Go like that. Bring it down. Okay. And then let's give it a name. Container 1. Okay, let's give it another widget. Let's do text widget. Okay. So I believe it's broken. Interesting. Wait. So this is off, but then the rendering looks like it's actually fine. You know, one way I can check. Let me not do this one. Okay, let's see. Okay, delete's broken because it needs to. Okay, yeah, I gotta fix that. Let me just write that down, really quick, because I don't want to forget what I'm doing right now. Fix the delete widget. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's try it again. I want to see if it really is relative to the container widget. So I'm going to try and render maybe the button widget, because that one I can display a background. I can like really see what the sizes are and everything. Let's see. Okay. Let's add a container. Maybe I should save it this time. Make it a bit bigger, right over here. Okay. Let's see if it can even save. Ooh, okay. What's up with this? Custom. Wait, where am I? Oh, this quick compiler service? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess so. This would be relative to this. Or I mean, like, I guess it makes sense that it would be here. Probably forgot. Okay, get out of the way. Yeah, see, there's lots of things broken, but hopefully I'll try all the things and then we'll get this fixed. Because yeah, this is kind of like a fundamental change in how this thing works. Container widget. Okay, and I think I need to add a primitive type for that as well. So let's break that. And then let's go to maybe drop down widget. Let's go find the primitive type. Okay, these are all the active types. Sure. Okay, let's go ahead and add it here. So we'll put this right here, right? I guess it doesn't matter. And then we'll maybe just do this. Drop down. Best viewers? Oh my. I guess so. Container. I mean, I guess those bots make those messages, right? I mean, someone must be using them if they're sending them out so much, right? I don't know. Container. Yeah. And then container widget. This grabs the icon, which in this case is one of these. Did I add container? Yeah, I have it as a box collider for some reason. Sure. I think that's enough for now. Oh, well, okay. I guess I'll go to UI service. Let's go find it. UI service. There we go. Set widget text. Yeah, no. Get widget text. No. Load UI. No. Display window. Yeah, no. Selectable is not selectable, so no. Nope. Nope. I would say maybe the background color. But you know what? I think that uses like a different thing, so I'm gonna leave that alone for a little bit. Set selected widget. Yeah, no. Yeah, none of these are relevant because the container doesn't really do these things. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, yeah, I was trying to save it. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, let's see. test, I guess. Oh, we have 2 contain. Oh, so it did serialize. Interesting. Is it gonna delete? Yeah, cool. Weird that delete is on top. Why does it not have? That's odd. Oh wait, no, I think I know why. Yeah, I think I know why. Let me close. UI editor properties panel. It's where we initialize the. Wait, no, not properties. The tree. It's wherever we. Set these up, yeah? Yeah, so set entries dot add every widget entry, huh? Okay. Interesting. I might need a utility function for this or something. I don't know. Oh wait, be right back. I'm getting a call. Okay, I'm back. My bad. Got a personal call. So. Alright, let's continue. What was I doing? Oh yeah, this silliness. So I think there's something wrong with this. Add window entries. How do I add them normally? There must be some like difference. There might be a way I can kind of unify this too, so I don't have to write duplicate code every time. So I know I call this as like an on-click response, and then it creates the particular widget type, and then add widget internal, right? But presumably we would be doing this anyways, right? Because if we wait, let me look at it again. Delete widget. Create widget selection options. Okay, yeah, this creates, yeah, sure, the window. That doesn't change. And then this one, I guess it depends on... Oh yeah, because we're not creating a widget or anything. We're just filling the information. Okay. Yeah. I think I get what's going on there. So this is going to be a bit different. So how do I put these together though? Look at these again. Again, the big difference here is we're actually making a widget here. In the other case, the widget is already loaded in by the UI, so there's no need to make a widget. So some of this code is, how do I say? Incorrect, I guess. I mean, this code is just for like filling in the widget. There's no like, yeah, this is the stuff that's unique. Yeah. I just thought of like a way to do this, but it's really messy, so I'm trying to think something else. Oh. Well, I did just take a break, but I will stretch my fingers. Well, I think. New widget entry. Fill. Okay, I think I have an idea. This shouldn't be too messy, honestly. So we're gonna put it right here. Create. This is add widget selection options. Yeah, these are all the widget selection options. That's fine. Create. What is it? Widget unique options. Selection options. Right. And then for this, we just need the widget type. Okay, let's do this. Editor UI, tree entry, widget entry. Be more specific in this case. And then we want the type. So let's do. I'm going to present that here probably. And runtime UI. It's forgetting where to go. Widget types. widget type. There we go. Maybe widget unique, widget specific. Okay. And then since we only have one option here, we'll just do an if statement. I misspelled specific. Let's see. Specific. Okay. Okay, and then if widget type is equal to runtime UI, widget types, and we want container. Or maybe I can have like an is-a function, see like what type of, I don't know. So if it is a container, then we want to do the thing we're doing. Where is it? In the add internal. Where's add container? Here we go. Add widget specific. Okay, and then the new entry, we want to pass it in. I guess I can just pass it directly in. That's widget types. And what's wrong with this one? It's not const qualified. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll dereference it. I mean, we already started here, so. And then we just yoink this out, head over here, and then we'll do this. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, and then all I have to do here is just take this in, and then head over to that one function we were dealing with. We want to do it. We'll do it before. Whatever here. And then we want the widget entry. And not this. We're going to do widget type. There we go. Okay, so that should fill it. The other glaring issue I'm seeing with this is we're not recursively going through the container widgets, so let's deal with that. That should be pretty easy though. All we have to do is just do a for loop, or wait, no, we'll do it if widget entry dot, what is it? Oh no, it's we have the widget here. Yeah, never mind. We want check for a container widget. And then we do runtime UI service, get container. Alright, we gotta present it with a widget pointer, so we're gonna do widget.get. And out comes the container data. So do runtime UI container data, pointer data, and then it's not like we're not necessarily going to have container data. So what we're we're going to do is, if there is container data, then we'll go ahead and process it. And for this one, let's see. Basically, we want to. I think this has to be recursive. This has to be recursive, so I might have to add another function for it. But I guess in just the naive case right here, let's see. Brain's always running slow in these cases. Add each. No, you know what? We want a recursive function right now. And what we want from that recursive function is a few things. So let's just add it, and then we'll go from there. Where should I put it though? Manage widgets, manage tree. I would say manage tree, but I might split this up some more later. Void create container data widgets. Okay, then here we're going to do editor UI, tree, entry, parent entry. So this is like the one we're adding to, I suppose. And oh, we need the container data, yeah. So we need runtime UI, container data. Okay, that's all I can think of right now. So we'll just add those. Okay, nice little recursive function. So let's go ahead and kg assert, and the container is a thing. The parent entry should be fine. It doesn't really matter what type it is. We'll just go ahead and add whatever to it. So add all of the widgets. So we're gonna do a for loop on the container. Contain widgets. Ref to a widget. Runtime UI widgets. There we go, widget, or contain child widget, I don't know. Okay, so for all these, the basic function is we're going to add the widget. The parent entry. So we're going to say parent entry dot. We actually don't have a function for this. Add widget. What does this do? Let me see. We provide it with a parent entry. Yeah, but this creates widget, so that's different. We just want to add it. So it's going to be more or less similar to this. Maybe I can abstract this, I don't know. But anyways, let's do create container here. And then we want the parent widget, which is the current widget, that one. But no, we want the current widget entry, not an entry. And then we want the container data. I don't know if I should return anything. So we'll see. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I feel like I should turn this into a function. I'll clean this up in a second, but also maybe I should rename these two. Add okay, let me think. Give me a few minutes. I'll just be thinking. Also, yeah, my bad if this is, I don't know. I feel like a lot of this UI code's been very boring for a while. But, yeah, I don't know. Still gotta get through it, but yeah, hopefully we're almost done, so. I think. But yeah, I'll be back. Okay. So editor UI, tree entry, parent entry. Is that it? Is that all we need? Maybe. Okay. Now let's take all this. Do I pass the widget along with it too? Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's go back. Runtime UI. Oh, wait. Widget. Ref to a widget. Current widget. Paste this here, and we'll add it. Ref to runtime UI widget. Current widgets. Okay. And then yeah, go here and here. Here and here. Here. Okay, I'll say parent entry. Okay, is that it? I think that's good. And then yeah, we can make this easier now, so we can. Wait, what's wrong? Oh, okay, this is broken. It's fine. All right, so let's go back. And again, I didn't need to do this before because I don't know, I only had it written in one place, so there was no point. But now that I'm doing this, I have to abstract it a bit more. Let's see. Okay, so here now we're gonna do basically get rid of this, and then just say create widget tree entry, and then we're going to provide the parent entry, so window entry, and the widget, which is widget. There you go. Should do the exact same thing. But in this case, now that I have this, I can just create window entry. Oh wait, no. Create widget tree entry. And again, we want the... What is this? So the parent entry for the container, this is the container. So we want to create it for this. And then we want to pass the container along. Oh, no, I'm talking about. We want to pass in the child widget. And that'll recursively call whatever it needs to call. But in the case of the container, it will add it. Was there something else I needed to do? Wait, actually, this is all I needed to do. Okay. And then in the place where we call this, again, this is the widget that we're adding it to, and the data, then it'll add it to that. And then we can continue by just adding this to whatever. Yeah, and also maybe not have it, maybe do an in place back here instead. My big idea. Widget entry. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it in place back. I just like doing in place backs now if I know I can do it. So we're gonna do an editor UI tree entry. Widget entry. I don't know why I retyped that. But this is gonna be a reference. And is equal to basically this. But we're going to be doing it in place back instead. And add it to the parent. Okay, and then we can get rid of this. And then everything here will just modify the existing value in place instead of creating it and then creating a copy. It's not that big of a difference, but I mean, it does save a few cycles. Okay, I think we're good here. Okay, let's try it, maybe? Yeah, let's try this. See if it works. So that should fix those issues that we saw earlier. I guess the name of the stream really should be get container to stop breaking. Maybe I will rename it to that. Ooh. I'm kind of thinking too, maybe I should ignore something. Okay, wait, let me go to here. I was kind of thinking to myself, this would be really nice to have, but it's not super necessary, and it's gonna be like a decent amount of work. And I'm thinking maybe I could just skip this and just do the containers. And then maybe like I'll put it in my wanted features. I can come back and add it. Because again, it's not like super pressing. And what I'm talking about here is the add aspect ratio specific options. So the idea behind this would be, I believe currently the UI scales, right? So if you have a certain proportion for a widget, it will always be that proportion for your particular window, even if the aspect ratio changes. That's already available. But this is more referring to kind of how in like HTML, CSS, you have different like media types. I forget what the name it is, but you can like do a media query and then get the current aspect ratio, and then you'll make the UI responsive based on what the current aspect ratio is, right? So like you might have sort of a profile on how you want the UI to look when you're looking at it with a phone aspect ratio versus like an ultra wide aspect ratio, right? And yeah, this will be really nice, like especially for like more serious games, right? But for Pong, I mean, do I care? I could just make it work for like HD for now and then call it a day, and then maybe in a subsequent release I might make the tools a bit stronger. And again, the goal for Pong isn't to make like a perfect game, it's just to get like a game out and like functioning. So you know what, I might move this. I'm gonna put this in small wanted features. Maybe I'll come back and do it. I'll be more specific too. I'll say so you know what? Once we finish the containers, I'm done with UI. I'm done. we can move on to networking. And that kind of makes me feel better too. I can kind of just get through this UI stuff. I've been on UI for I don't know how long. I'm getting so tired of it. What is wrong here? Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Makes total sense. All right, attempt 2. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, so we have containers, cool. All right, back to what I was doing earlier before I got distracted. Let's add a button widget, okay. Let's give it, the background color is the same, so let's change it to like red. Oh no, this is the, it's like a nice blue. Make like one of these, I guess? I don't know. Alright, anyways. Yeah, so that outline is off. Interesting. So the button is background color is, let's make it black. Wait, let's move it. Let's see. Let's move it like this way. Okay, so it is relative. Yeah, it's just being drawn behind for some reason. Why is it being drawn behind? Let's see. I think it's probably because I'm not incrementing the Z index. On render. But it seems like it's working. kind of. I don't know. Container widget. So what goes on with this? Let's go to the button widget and see. Let's just do this. Before we start this, let's just do widget translation plus equals that. No, that definitely is the issue. Now that I think about it, yeah, because if I go to the button render, I'm pretty sure I don't increment it. Yeah, I don't increment it on the background, but I do increment it before I render the text. Okay, let's see. I wonder if it even saved. Or did I save it? I don't think I did. Maybe I should test that next. A container in a container. I wanted to try that later. We try that button. Okay, there you go. I mean, you can barely see it, but it is there. What is its relative location though? Yep, nope, that makes sense. So let's put it at 0. And at 0. And let's give it a background color of like red. Alright, cool. As you can see, it is parented to this container. Alright, so a lot of visual issues now with it. Is this clicking the... Interesting. Why is it doing that? That's weird. Oh wait, no, I know why. Yeah, I know why. It's actually a pretty easy fix too. I see you go to the, what is it? Window on render, I think? Oh, no, it's run. Let's just do on render. Okay. Background color. Okay, this is for the window. Yeah, here. And then push widget ID. So we're just gonna yoink this. Yeah, I think we're fine there, honestly. I mean, okay, fine, I'll leave it there, whatever. Okay, so we'll take that and then move it over to here, right before we render this widget. The only difference is now this is contained widget. And then this. Why not? Is it runtime UI service? Okay, that's kind of obnoxious. Let's just do this. And we're gonna take this out. Are these both for the input specs? Oh, they are, okay. Okay, I need to put a warning here though. This function function, this code needs to be at the end of this function. Should I explain why? Probably, yeah. Updating the render input locations causes further calls, further render calls to associate its mouse picking with an incorrect widget. Okay, sure, no, whatever. So yeah, just make sure this is at the end, right? Let's see. Active UI, huh? What is this for again? What am I using this for? Absolutely nothing. Sure. Oh no, wait, this is the... Yeah, I'm just using this though. Okay, wait a second. We want this. Okay, and then let's do background spec. Okay, there we go. What's up with the widget? Oh, go ahead. Okay, so it pushes the correct data, and then it render the indicated widget. Okay. The next thing is I'm going to go through and probably fix the, what is it called? Here. I gotta fix the viewport because, as you saw, the lines were off and you couldn't modify anything. So yeah, I gotta fix that. Should be relatively easy, but I'm actually not sure how hard that's going to be. Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and add a container widget. Still broken? Really? That's interesting. Why is it? Okay, wait, let's move it out of the way. Put it like over here. Huh. What? Am I passing the wrong thing here or something? What's going on? Contained widget ID. So the buffer. Oh, wait a second. Is it because of the way we're submitting it? Oh, maybe actually. Oh, hold on. I think I know why. This thing. On render. Just take me to the. Here we go. Hmm. Wait, no, I don't get that. Like this submits it. Yeah, that's fine. Where's the submission here though? Hmm? Am I missing something? Yeah, this renders the background. Yeah. This submits this, and then calls on render on the contain widget, which recursively calls maybe the button widget, and then this submits the rendering data for this one.
Is everybody in the groove?
Okay, that confuses me. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with that. It should work. The entity and background color maybe? A background color. Okay, I'm just lost there. I don't know. Why? Let's go find one of these and see what's going on. This just calculates text. That's fine. Wait, no. Let's see. Let's find the button widget, see what's going on. Okay, so the button widget gets these, and then we get the render background, which does what? Yeah, submits to render. What is it submitting? The color, that's fine. It's submitting the color. I'm not making a copy, am I? No, this is the thing. This is the background spec. Unless there's something else I'm missing. It is a reference. That is what's getting pushed here. And then we call on render. And again, this part, totally fine. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But here's being weird. Push ID. Must be something I'm not thinking about. Render background. I mean, I guess I could debug it, but with like render submission, that's kind of weird. What is going on? Are these not being called or something? Contained widget ID. Is the ID incorrect? I mean, maybe that's the issue. Or Or maybe the ID that's being returned is just passively using the second option. So it might not even be this code. It could actually be the place where I handle it. Or like I handle the actual mouse click. That could be it. And that would actually make sense on why... Okay, wait. Where do I handle the mouse click? I think it's in the tree panel. Oh, hold on. UI editor tree panel. Okay, where's the on click? Well, not tree panel, sorry. UI editor viewport panel, that's what I meant. It's either on input event, I guess. Let's try that. No, not that one. I think it's the one where I click on the viewport panel, like the actual image. So that's going to be in the editor UI render. I really should just turn this into the on-click function. Let's see. Get widget ID from mhovered ID. Selectable. Get active UI. Select tree node. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is broken. This is the part that's broken. Okay. I was getting confused for a sec. I was like, wait, what? Okay, and then I can confirm it right now just with an assert. Let's see. So if I do kg assert, and I'll say location dot size is less than 2 or less than 3. So if the size is 1, then that means we have just a window. If it's 2, we have a window and one widget, which is still normal. And 3 is if we have like the extra step, right? Okay, so if we do hit this, that means we are sending the correct data here, it's just we're not processing correctly. So let's try this again. Yeah, I was stumped for a second. I was like, this should work. What is wrong? Okay, let's see. And I guess this will be my cue to continue working on the viewport panel, the test UI. All right, so let's go ahead and add a container. There we go. Cool. So yeah, it is providing the correct information. This is the right ID. It yields a location of size 3. So now we just need to actually process it correctly here. Okay. So, get the window, add UI node, sure, the window node, and then if it is window, just expand it, whatever. Oh, I'm doing the success for, okay, yeah. So what am I doing here? I'm saying widget index. Okay, so I'm gonna say else if location size is equal to 2. Then we're going to do this. Then else is going to be the recursive case. So expand the first layer, expand node path. How time's it? Almost at. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. About 5 minutes. I'll be back. Okay. So got back in my chair, got kind of lightheaded for a second. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get some food later. Alright, back to this. So it's kind of weird. Actually, I don't know if I like this. What is up with success? Failed to select ID? I'm not gonna worry about that, to be honest. I'm gonna get rid of this. And then I'm just gonna return. And then I'm just gonna KG assert success. Like that. Okay, let me clear this one out a bit. Get rid of all this. Bring it back. and then we're gonna handle. This is basically the widget section, so we'll get that set up. Oh, hey, Step Up Boss. It's on Twitch. Yeah, it's going. It's going. Let me see. Where am I at with all this? Yeah. So, right now I'm on the last section for the UI cleanup. Right now I'm adding like containers. So basically like a horizontal container, a vertical container, whatever. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me for UI. So after that, we're gonna work on networking issues, and then this dang game is done. So yeah, that's kind of just where I'm at. Otherwise, I'm doing good. How about you? Yeah, making some. Let me see if I can kind of show you too. I don't think I broke anything in between. Yeah, it's been a bit, I don't know, kind of boring recently, you know, like the UI stuff. Like, I know like the topic is like, it's chill or whatever. But it's not like the most like visually like, oh wow, type of thing. But yeah, let me see, test UI, let's open this one up. So this is the container. You can like have it have a background or not. Like I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the background. But the idea is you can right click it and you can add like a child widget to it. So you can add like a button, and then this is kind of weirdly formatted. Right now I'm dealing with the whole clicking it thing in the widget. It doesn't work right now. But you can move around like this. Or wait, this one. Well, I guess it's hard to tell because there's no background color, but if I give it a background color, you can move it around relative to the the parent container. And then the idea will be like you can make these containers and then instantiate them, and then like put together like a UI however you need to. Let's see. I've been super busy with work and other stuff. It should be a bit better now. Yeah, I feel you. I honestly, the past like week or two, I've been kind of the same, and I've been wanting to get back and work on this. So I'm kind of happy now too, because I have a little bit more time. Let's see. How can I make a left line? There we go. But yeah, again, the current issue I'm dealing with is I can't click on it. Like for some reason, when I click on it, it gives me this, like the container, not the actual widget. So to fix that, I gotta fix. This is basically the logic for handling, selecting a particular node, I guess. So it selects a window. This one selects, and maybe I'll comment this out too. Let's see. Handle the case of selecting a window node, and then I need to have a particular case for handling selecting the first row of widgets. Or actually, I can probably roll this up into just one big like for loop. Before I had to like separate them out, because I'd have to like typically I would grab a widget from like the window context, and then I'd have to do that as like a separate step, because grabbing it from a window and then grabbing it from another widget is like two different things. But in this case, these are like the this is the front-facing UI, right? And the front-facing UI doesn't care about what type it is. So I just gotta figure out what this algorithm is gonna look like. Size t iteration 0. Iteration. What do I want? Path. So the main goal is I'm building up this tree path using this location. Maybe I should make this name more specific. Location widget as a location inside runtime UI. It's a long name. See, in. Okay. Let's see. And at this point, we already added the window index, so we're good on there. So we might want to start at 1. Because again, the way this location thing works, it's basically the first index is 0. I'm going to comment this. I'm kind of explaining it for myself too. The first index is 0. Make sure I got it. And this one is the window. The next one is 1, which is widget 1. And the next one is widget 2. That's the structure of this one. Right. So at this point, we've already gotten the first window index. That was iteration 0. So we're going to start at 1. And then we're going to go for the until we reach the size, which is location and runtime UI.size. And of course, increment the iteration. Okay, what's up with this one? We're expanding the first layer. What does it do again? It expands the first layer. Yeah. Sure, I can bring this one out. What does this do? So this was assuming that we were dealing with the first index. Okay, so what we want to do, expand node path. Oh, this expands the entire node path, okay. So we can do this at the end. This is like after done with the for loop. Let's see. Select entry. Wait, I might be messing up the order, hold on. Don't want to do that. Yeah, because we expand the path. And then add the node for some reason? Yeah, I'll do this at the end. Wait, what is path though? This is the tree path. Okay. Maybe I should specify that too, because I have 2 paths that I'm working with, so tree path. New tree path. Gotta be more specific. And you know what? I might change this to UI location index. Yeah, because in this case, this is what this describes, the actual location index. Okay. And again, the main goal here is to add these nodes, so we're going to do it every loop. Then what does this do? Select entry. Okay, yes, this is a terminal thing. This happens at the end. We insert success. Okay, and then now we're going to do UI location index. So expand the UI node layer. Just the top layer. And then add the how do I say, widget path or widget index to the tree path. Indicated. Handle all widgets. Loop through all widget indices. All remaining window indices or widget indices. It'll stop before it ends, that's fine. I'm just making sure I'm not doing an off by one error. I think I'm fine. And this last bit is expand the newly created path and select the widget. Okay, I think that's it. Let's get rid of those. Don't need this anymore. And let's see if it works. And again, the whole point of this was just to take it from the rigid structure where it just said, okay, we're going to get location 0, which is the window, and location 1, which is the nested widget. Now it's get the window and then loop through all of the, I don't know, how do I say? Loop through all of the contained, like, containers until we get to the correct widget. Okay, so we're gonna go here. And let's go ahead and add, let me rename it. Let's try container. So if it breaks, no, okay, nice. Add that button again. Okay, nice. Okay, the outline is broken because again, it's still using the assumption of window 1 widget 2, that's it. So that's why it looks weird, because it's using it in relative to the entire window size, not this size. If I change, yeah, and it's broken too because the, yeah, you can kind of see like it's like mapping it to the window. But of course it's not what we want it to do. I'm surprised the oh yeah, so this is also relative to this, so yeah, I need to fix this all in one shot. But yeah, at least now clicking on it, it does select it. So that was what I wanted. Okay, so the next problem is fixing this whole thing. Also, I think if I, is it gonna break if I save it? Let me see. Okay, let's close it. Let's try to open it. And does it load it in? It does, nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, the next thing is to get this part working. And let's go see what's wrong with it. That's going to be in the viewport, so UI editor viewport panel. Trying to think. Okay, so where do we handle these things? Draw overlay, draw underlay. I think the underlay doesn't matter. It's just the grid, yeah. Overlay is, I think, what we're worrying about, the debug lines, yeah. And wow, this is a mess. Yep. Okay, so this is the case of if we have a widget, and then this is the case if we have a window. Yeah, I probably should clean up this code a little bit. Widget and window. Okay, well, what's going on here? Calculate the widget's rendering data. Sure. Calculate the widget's background rendering data. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Draw the widget's selection box. Okay, so this is the actual box. Sure. Okay, yeah. And yeah, this makes sense based on what we saw too, because it's using the the relative location of the widget, which that's fine, it is doing the right thing, but it's just using the how do I say? It's using the window size as the parent, or like the what we're comparing it to, right? So all we need to do really is just change this bit, and then just make sure that it's aware of the case where it needs to be nested, and then it uses the contained widget, not the how do I say? Like it uses the true parent, not the window parent. So yeah, how do I do that? Let's see. Modified origin translation. What does this use? Widget translation, widget size. This is based off the window scale. So maybe just this bit, and then this can be based off of this. Do I use the window scale anywhere else? Let's see. Okay, cool. After that point, we don't. So yeah, we just need to modify this. What about initial translation? What's up with that? Yeah, the modified one is the one. This one. Okay. Let me think. Actually, this will be really useful, because then I can calculate the parent of a widget size generally, and then that'll be useful in other applications soon with this. So I'm just trying to think. How do I want to do this? I think I'll add that function inside of the runtime UI, because I'm going to reuse it a lot. So where is it? No. There we go. What's it doing? It's trying to do input chords. Stop it. Oh, there we go. Runtime UI service. This monstrosity of a function of a class. I want to split it up. I just don't know how I want that to be, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if anyone has any suggestions too about like how I can clean this up. I could split it into multiple like classes that you can interact with. But the thing is, I like having one place to like interact with the UI from. Like, oh, if I'm going to interact with the UI, I'm going to do at the service. If you split it up, then like it becomes less of like a one-stop shop, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just yapping. Where do I want to do this? This is a little public, isn't it? It is. Revalidates, interact with, query. I think query. Static. What do we want to get back? parent size and parent translation. I need both. I'm gonna have to return a struct. I'm just thinking about the return value because I would like to just loop through the whole thing and then like get back the window size and translation in like one go. It's more efficient. And the reason why I can do this separately here is because it's very simple. There's no like recursive calls or anything. But that's not the case with what I'm about to add. So, do I return it as a like an std pair? I can return it as a struct. I guess that's cleaner. Just for this one use case though. Just for this one use case. I'm still tempted to just use a pair. Call it a day. Yeah, you know what? I'm using a pair. I don't care. If I have to, if I have a second instance of doing this, then I'll formalize it as a struct. But if it's just a one-off thing, I'm gonna use a pair. Okay, so SG pair. And we want a size and a location. Okay, we'll go with location first. That's a math. Vec3, I know that. And a math Vec2. Get parent dimensions. Okay, and then we're going to use uint or reint 32 in sortie for the widget ID. Yeah, because then we can get the location, and then we want to do the viewport dimensions, which I guess for now we're just passing it as int 32t's. What is this? Yeah, uint 32s. Okay. Get parent dimensions. So, what's wrong with it? I expected a type specifier. For what? Mm-hmm. Okay, so is this just the linter being mad at me? Maybe if I delete this. Okay, wait a second. Let me erase this. Maybe I erased it by accident. I wasn't supposed to. Otherwise, I think the linter just doesn't like me right now. Okay, no, it's just the linter being crazy. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I guess I can't ask it to create the function for me. Sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I guess the end goal is return the dimensions. Return the dimensions. Willow Bonsai. Hey yo. So what's the engine's name? It is Cargano. I made it up, if you're wondering. Wondering about it. On YouTube, I think there's nothing in the description, but if you're curious, I think in my YouTube bio, you can click on it and then the engine's open source, so you can take a look if you want. I update the bio after I finish the stream, once I have more information. But you know what? Maybe I should put my socials in there. I'm gonna write that down so I remember to do that. Wait, give me a sec. Oh, did the chat pop up in YouTube? Actually, I don't even think I saw it or not. Let me... Oh, no, it did. Okay. I got scared for a second. I was like, is it not working? Ooh, okay. So, what are the goals for this? I'm trying to return the dimensions, and it's a pair. Maybe I should make a struct. Okay, fine, I'll make a struct, whatever. Let's see. Oh, Willow Bonsai, thanks for the follow. Hell yeah. Yeah, sorry if it's not the most, like, engaging content right now. I'm just trying to get through the UI stuff right now. But if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. But yeah, super appreciate it. Trying to think. Where did I put this one? Math Vec 3? Translation. I know the normal way you do structs, you don't put this M thing here, but I do it, so that's how it's gonna be. Vec 2 M size. Maybe I'll call it return widget dimensions for now. Okay, whatever. I'm thinking too much about this. Widget dimensions. There we go. Let's go here, and then we'll make widget dimensions. Widget dimensions. Okay. Alright, and then return the widgets dimensions. No, I guess that's obvious. Okay, the first thing I need to do is get the path. So get the path to the indicated widget. After that, what should I do? Get the path. Calculate the parent window's size. And then recursively? Progressively? I guess you can't call it recursive. I'm not actually calling a recursive function, but I am looping through, so I'll just say loop and calculate and progressively calculate the widget's size. And dimensions, okay, and then return the dimensions. All right, there we go. We've got a game plan. So the first thing, get the path. That should be pretty easy. I think I've already done this before. Let me go find somewhere where I do this. In this sea of code. I might do a refactor after I'm done with this. I don't know. Oh, I know where I do it. Get widget. Oh yeah, get widget from ID. That's what it's called. If I can get there. All right, so this grabs the current context. Get the map that contains the ID to widget location relationship, right? We get that map and then we grab the location directions from there and then ensure the directions for the widget are presented. Oh, like, let's just make sure that we're dealing with a widget, not just a window. And then window index, and then first widget index. Ensure window index is within bounds. Yeah, I would just call this function, but I'm actually doing something different here, so... but maybe I'll make this a function or something. Wait, let's just grab this. Let us just grab that and bring it back. Should've just thrown an error where I was at. Where's my query area? Here it is. Alright, so get path to indicated widget. Which is make sure the active UI is valid. Get the map, yep. Get the directions, yep. Ensure directions to widget are present, yep. And then we want to get, yeah, so get the first two entries. And then I'll say window widgets. Okay, so now we want to calculate the parent window's dimensions, which I do in a few different places. Let me think. Calculate window. I just want to find somewhere I do it. Calculate size. Yeah, something like this. Look at this. And nice thing too is once this is done, I can get rid of all these and just call this function. But before this point, I've been doing it all over, which is kind of messy. Okay, so here's an example. Probably want to get the window though, huh? Okay, so let's get the top level window, or just get the window, widgets, parent window. Pretty easy. We're going to do window reference. Parent window is equal to it's this. And windows. At window index, and probably should do a little assert here as well. So assert that the window index is less than okay, you know what? We're gonna get this. This is the active user interface, so active UI is equal to this thing. Okay, and then we'll just do active UI. Okay. So just making sure that we're not like throwing like out of bounds error. And then we get the window, and then we're good. Okay, so now we calculate parent size. So we'll find window here, parent window. Wait, two options. I don't know why I finally replaced it. Okay, anyways, viewports width. Okay, calculate world position. What's wrong with this? Oh, it's not a pointer anymore. It's a reference. Is this correct? Oh yeah, I was trying to do this. What was I just fixing? Like I came from something else. I think it was the properties? Viewport panel. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this calculates the widget size, not the... Oh, no, here, okay, so this calculates the world position based on the initial window translation and the window scale. I mean, that's fine. I'm just making sure I'm doing the right thing here. So yeah, this looks fine. So let's go back. Alright, so we got the Windows dimensions. And now we're in a loop. Do I want to loop through... No, yeah, okay, so I gotta be careful with this. I have to check, so if... This is already checked if we have a widget, so we're fine on that end. We're gonna check if... Oh no, you know what? Wait. Calculate the first widget's dimensions. And then we're going to loop through the remainder widgets. And it has to be different because the first time we have to reference the Windows translation. And then the second time we... Well, actually, wait. No. Oh, maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe it could just be a for loop. So I can do for... Let's see, do size t iteration. Iteration is less than... think it's location directions dot size and iteration plus plus. Maybe I'll rename iteration. And then what are we doing? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna rename this to current translation. Because we're gonna use it in sort of a like progressively get the size, whatever, or the progressively calculate the dimensions. That's what I meant. So we're gonna reuse this. All right. So what we want to do is. Oh, wait a second. We gotta be careful too. Because this is calculating the parent dimensions. Okay, yeah. Okay, so no, I do have to separate it. 2. I'll put a comment explaining why in a second too, for 2. But return the parent dimensions if only a single widget exists. If only a single widget. If the location only involves a single widget. It's more descriptive, I suppose. So I'll do if, and then we want this one. And we're going to say it's equal to 2. So equal to 2 is basically it's window or window and one widget. And this one will be for window widget dot dot dot, like more widgets, right? So in this case, when we specifically only have 2, we're just going to return and actually even more specifically, we're returning widget dimensions. So maybe I can just say right here, widget dimensions, return dimensions, and then I'll say return dimensions dot translation. Why is size vec3? What's going on? What? What? Why do we have a vec3 for the size? This is a... Okay, I don't know. I guess I can make it a vec3, sure. Not really relevant when it's orthographic. I get, like, I mean, there's a z index for the location, so it's 3-dimensional, but the UI is orthographic. It doesn't need to have a z index. Return dimensions. Okay, we'll set the size there. And then at the end, we'll return dimensions. Okay, but here we're just going to return dimensions. I know some people don't like the whole like returning early thing, but I think it makes my code more clear. But yeah, I know it adds more control paths, easy to add bugs, but Yeah, I'll take the risk. It's fine. All right, so continue to calculate the dimensions for more widgets or a longer widget chain. And then I'll just put this here. I guess that's fine. Okay, and then how do I do this? I gotta find an example where I do this. I think a good example is in one of the onRender functions. I could just use one of those. Yeah, maybe like this. Yeah, here we go. Like this. Do the translation first. Oh, but it needs the state of that object. Okay, so I need to get the object, yeah. Okay. Alright, sure, whatever. Get widget from, I think, locations, or I guess I call it directions. Maybe I should rename that. But you just provide it directions, and it gives you it. So yeah. What does this function do anyways? I mean, we have the window. I guess I could just keep like a running copy of the widgets as I like progress through them. Yeah, no, we're not calling this function here, that's silly. Okay, so I think I know. So what we're gonna do is get the first widget. Say ref to a widget. Current widget is equal to, and then this first one is unique because we're going to get the parent window. And widgets at first widget index. We'll do another kg assert here as well. What are we going to assert? First widget index. First widget index is less than this size. This is just saying like it's within bounds. That's it. So that's within bounds, and then we get that widget, and now we're gonna do current widget and calculate position like that. Okay, and now we want return return dimensions. dot and translation, and the size as well. Please tell me this is a... Okay, cool. So that, okay, make sure it was the right type. And then just rinse and repeat here. We're gonna get the size. It just needs the parent size. Or the current. So this one the dimensions is currently the parent, right? And we're gonna calculate the widget. Or I mean, this is gonna be. What is it gonna be? We're gonna be setting it so whatever we get from here. I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, so then it'll progressively modify it. Okay, let's see. Continue to calculate the dimensions for a single widget chain. I think I have to make sure that the indices make sense in a moment. I'll check that. What am I thinking? Oh yeah, we need to modify the... Okay, so... update the dimensions. Based on the current widget. It's parent dimensions. Yeah. Good. And then the next thing is we want to get the next widget. So get the... Wait, do we always get the next widget? I don't know if they have it. Make sure your comment popped up. Okay, it did, cool, yeah. Will it be Bonsai? Is it only 2D game engine? So, currently it's a 2D game engine. I do have plans for 3D. But right now I'm just trying to get some games working. So, at the moment, yes. Yeah, I don't know if, I mean, I can kind of give you a look at it too. I do have, like, ideas for a mesh system. There's just certain limiting factors for me. One is I really want to get good with shaders first. And I'd like to get good with shaders in a context that is more simple, I guess. And then once I'm kind of more comfortable with the shaders, I can progress it to 3D. Yeah. So I guess it's the main thing that's stopping me right now. Let's see if it'll build. I don't know. I'll give it a moment. Let's see. You said fun part? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do want to get to it though. I've been looking at I guess while it's compiling, I've been looking at Learn OpenGL, their 3D rendering, their model loading and stuff. I've already done this before at some point, but it's just my previous implementation was really messy. So this time when I do it, I want to make sure that it really meshes well with the engine, I guess. And I want to get it all the way to doing like animations too. I forget they have a tutorial in here for it. Yeah, they kind of discuss like basic skeletal animations. But also I want to do 2D animations before I do 3D, like just to kind of get the idea of keyframes and bones if I want to do that type of thing. And I think what is his name? OGL Dev has like a really good. I'm just kind of going on a tangent right now. Just OGL Dev. He's got a nice tutorial on 3D like animations and whatnot. And also, what is his name? Fin Matrix. He has a good one too, but his is in Java. But he has like the way he puts it together is nice though. But yeah, like honestly, like it's gonna be a lot, but like it is exciting. Like I really want to get to that point because I do want 3D. I remember the classes that I had on skinning. Man, that was a pain to set up, but super rewarding once it worked. So I mean, I'm assuming you set it up like the whole thing, right? Skinning in general is just. I saw someone like doing the whole skinning, like just the art aspect. I don't remember what software they were using, but they were just setting up the skinning and everything. Yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of art and a lot of like math on both sides. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping to keep it simple first, and then I can kind of like build it as like a simple, and then move forward. So, because I can really feel myself getting overwhelmed really easy. Oh, okay, so that's what you're referring to. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking like scale, like not the animation part. I was thinking of like putting the art together, but I guess still 3D models, right? But yeah, I mean, yeah, like the math is still crazy. It's so crazy. Like, I think I've seen a little bit of that. Oh, and especially if you want to get into like IK and everything. I mean, I know that's more for like the bones and whatnot, but and getting that to mesh well, or deciding if you want to do like keyframes, or you want to do like a weird, or like a combo system where you have keyframes and IK. I guess that just depends on your game, right? Or how you want to put that. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to like say anything. So like proper. Yeah, he said IK. Yeah. IK, man, IK. Yeah, and then I think I saw one guy. He had like this whole thing where he was making his own animation system, and then he was like talking about like calculating, like amortizing stuff over like, or I don't know, like he had this whole process. Maybe I said amortizing wrong, but like there was a bunch of 3D calculus he was doing with it, and he was just like casually doing all the calculus. I was like, oh my god. Built different, man. I'm built regular, you know what I'm saying? And then you get to the fun part of applying 2 animations on 1 rig. Yeah, that's like I think that's what I was talking about for like combining it in like ways. Like I guess it depends on your game, right? Like what you're trying to do with it. But I can see that being like a whole hassle. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, again, I'm gonna stick with 2D for now. Keep my life simple, and then once I feel like making the jump, I'll make the jump. Because anyways, the big games that I have in my head, mainly I want to make sure that, like conceptually, like the how do I say, the game systems work first before I really start worrying about putting together complex like visuals. If that makes sense. I do want to get super into shaders and do like the whole shader toy thing and get super pretty with that, right? And I think that'll be like my main like pulling people in, like marketing, I guess. It's like, oh, look at the ray marching and look at all the crazy shader toy things that are going on in here. But as far as like 3D and like doing a bunch of like art, I want to keep it as simple as possible. Remarching goes burr, dude. I feel that. It goes crazy. Why did I open this up? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if Willowy Bones is still here, but yeah, like it right now it's just Pong, so this is the only game. Once I finish Pong, I'm gonna work on a few more games like Snake and Breakout, just to test the engine, and then I'll kind of just figure out what I want to add from there, right? But it just depends on like what complexity level I'm kind of seeking at that point. Like my main goal right now is just to make a game and then also add some multiplayer. I think it's already complex by itself. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much why it's where it's at right now. Okay, I think I might be ending the stream soon. So I'm gonna try and get this last bit to work, and then I'll go ahead and call it for today. So let's see. I don't want to leave this half done. Update the dimensions based on the current widget and its parent dimensions. I'm gonna do a lot of work off stream. So hopefully next time we come back in, I should be mostly done with this. Get the set the next parent widget. I gotta be careful with this though, because I might not need it. Okay, well anyways, if we are doing this whole recursive thing, then that means we're dealing with container widgets. So we're gonna get was it container data? Pointer current data is equal to get container data from widget, and then we'll just apply the widget. And then we do a dot get because my memory footprint in this engine is garbage. heap fragmentation for the win, you know what I'm saying? Set the next parent widget. Okay, so we got the thing. Let's go ahead and assert that it exists. Oh, for sure. I guess we'll be heading off soon together, I guess. But yeah, I hope you have a good rest, my guy. Or ma'am. I think you said guy before. But yeah. Thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. Trying to see. Set the next parent widget. Okay, so I mean, I guess that's a part of this. So the next thing is bring this down. Get the container data from the active widget, and then set the next parent widget. So then we're going to say current widget is equal to. I just gotta be careful with this iteration loop. I feel like I might index into something wrong. Oh, Ayo MCH, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it. It's nice seeing you. I'm gonna end the stream pretty soon. Probably about like 5 or 10 minutes. Let me see. Set the next premise. I'm just trying to finish this up real quick. I might not finish it though. let's see. So we're gonna do current data contain widgets at, and then we want the current location. So this, I believe this reflects. Wait, what does this reflect? 1, 2. If it's at 2. No, actually, this is the correct iteration. So we want to pass this in. And also, let's go ahead and assert. Do another assert. We do as a part of this. kg assert that the iteration. Wait, hold on. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? No. It's location directions dot at iteration. There we go. That's what I meant. Widget. Current widget index. Current container index stays equal to that. I just want to be clear here. This is this. Current container index. Okay, and now we want to assert that current container index is less than. Look, it's this thing. Okay, there we go. Just put it together, sure. Get the current widget index and sets. Okay, so, and then after this, it'll just keep doing it until it's good, and then just return dimensions. Okay, let me make sure this all makes sense though, because I have a sneaking suspicion there's an off by 1 error here. So we're gonna start with iteration. We're only gonna start with 2. Like if it's 1 or something, we would have returned before. If it was 1 or 0, we would have already exited out or asserted. So we start at 2, and then this is the index of the current widget that we want to get its dimensions of, right? So if this is the only one that exists, then this actually is right below the size because this is the last one yet. So this will be the last iteration for that. So that's fine. So we won't have any weird off by 1 errors there. I mean, and I guess either way you wouldn't, because this would terminate at the end of the size, but still, just making sure. So we start there, and then we calculate its value. Oh, okay. So we only want to. Oh, wait a second. So I only want to continue doing this. If. Yeah, wait a second. If iteration is equal to this thing minus 1, as in we're in the final like valid location of the vector. If we are, then just return, or not return, break. Exit early if we reach the final valid index, the final valid location direction. just early out. And then from there, you just return the dimensions and you're good. Otherwise, we want to go ahead and update what our current widget is. We'll loop back up top, now the current widget. We can calculate the dimensions, get the updated value, and then it should all work. Okay. And again, this should work for the case where you have one widget or two or more. So it should work in all the cases. Let's go back. Yeah, okay. Let's make sure I didn't forget anything. Just spamming this. Where's the... Here we go. Okay, so now what we can do is just say runtime UI widget dimensions is equal to okay, and then we just oh wait, do we have the widget pointer? No, that's fine. We just do the widget pointer and then we do MID. And then what else do we need? The viewport data. Oh, okay, here. And then we do parent dimensions. Okay, then we do this. And then I can reorder this actually. And then we'll go ahead and bring this out. Sure. Okay, now here, the only difference is, I know this is a bunch of copying and whatever, but I don't know. Widget size, widget translation. Oh yeah, okay, so this is going to be parent dimensions dot m size, and then wait, is it? Yeah, okay, same thing. Okay, initial translation. Oh, okay, so this is the one we're trying to modify. Okay, yeah. What is this initial and then final? Okay, no, this is kind of complicated. Actually, you know, let me scoot back, because I think I'm not considering a lot of the moving parts, and I'm kind of rushing it too. Okay, you know, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just gonna put it to do and come back to this and check it out. So, because I have to restructure this code a little bit. So, fix up or use parent dimensions instead of window dimensions. Okay, all right, so yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. I'll go ahead and call it here. Let me just make sure it still compiles, and then yeah, I guess that'll be it for me. But I will commit the, how do I say? I will commit the window. I mean, what am I talking about? I'll commit the engine and I'll commit the Pong project. So then if anybody wants to like check it out, it should be in sync. It won't break. And yeah. Let me see what else I was gonna do. Push. Oh yeah, I'll do the south stream. Update progress board. We're still at the same place. Okay. My next stream should be on Friday. Yeah, hopefully I'll do some coding in between now and then. It looks like it works, so. Okay. yeah, so again, the next stream will be on Friday. Hopefully I'll do some coding between like then. Maybe I can get the container stuff done, and then hey, maybe we can start working on fixing those networking bugs I was talking about. Yeah, I guess that's gonna be. I think that's it for that. Is there anything else? Okay, yeah, I think that's it. All right, so if anyone's still in, thanks for coming by. I appreciate anyone who like came by, chatted, or just chilling in the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for coming by and watching the video. And I hope everyone has a good day or night, whatever time you're watching this. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for me today. So, later.